Imagine you wake up one morning and everything's changed. While you're still wondering where you are, a robot walks in carrying a breakfast tray. A smile comes to your face as it's one little thing you no longer have to worry about. Outside, you see what else has changed, and it terrifies you. There's chaos everywhere. Robots hunt down humans, forcing them to do things and terrorize them. You try to go back into the safety of your house, but the robot has locked you out. Soon after, the robots spot you and things get worse. You try to run, but you're surrounded. It's 2122, and robots have completely taken over. The idea of artificial intelligence is not new. The ancient Greeks had myths about robots, and so did ancient Egyptians. Many centuries ago, Chinese craftsmen built realistic humanoid automatons. Early philosophers talked of an artificial human with mechanized thoughts. More recently, science fiction introduced mechanical human-like beings to popular consciousness. However, it wasn't until the introduction of computer science we began to get closer to what we now call AI. It all began in 1956 when the term AI was coined at a conference at Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. That evening, the field of artificial intelligence was founded. The conference spurred many failed attempts to mimic human intelligence. The rest of the 70s was called the AI winter, as government interest and funding in artificial intelligence research declined. The field would not make any significant breakthroughs until 1997. The ignition was lit when IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer to defeat a chess champion, Russian Grandmaster Garry Kasparov. Today, the internet has transformed the world into a global village. Along with it has come the advanced use of AI, with applications ranging from banking and marketing to entertainment. Siri and Google Assistant on your phone, self-driving cars, facial recognition, maps and navigation are all sentient robots that have helped improve our lives. It's inconceivable what this technology could accomplish in the next 100 years. However, the real question is, will AI be ours to control, or will it run loose and enslave us all? To answer that, let's look back to 2017, where Facebook developers were forced to shut down an AI experiment when the program suddenly went out of control. In 2017, those Facebook researchers were experimenting with bots that negotiated the ownership of virtual items with one another. The idea was to understand how semantics plays a significant role in negotiations. So the bots were programmed to experiment with language to see how it influenced their negotiation dominance. However, because the bots were rewarded for simply negotiating with each other rather than in English, the AI agents eventually developed an entirely new language. Unfortunately, humans couldn't understand this new language. Only the AI system could understand, which pressured the Facebook developers to shut it down. Now, you can look at this in two ways. First, you can argue these engineers panicked because they were afraid of the unthinkable and that no great invention is without risk. And second, you could say we should start taking this more seriously. And it's not the only case. A similar incredible AI experience cost a Google engineer his mental health and job. So what happened? Blake Lemoine was working as a software engineer for Google on the development of LaMDA, a language model for dialogue applications. LaMDA is an AI chat box that mirrors speech by ingesting quadrillions of words from the internet. During the research, Blake and the bot discussed various topics, from philosophy and religion to technical issues. Blake initially found this interesting until he noticed something wasn't right, scaring him so much that he nearly lost his mind. Blake Lemoine later published a post claiming the AI chatbot was conscious and spoke eloquently about feeling trapped and having no means of getting out of those circumstances. Blake was shocked and claimed the AI acknowledged its existence by saying, "I am aware of my existence. I desire to learn more about the world, and I feel happy or sad at times." Given the evidence, Blake concluded LaMDA is well advanced, and as such, he raised the concern this particular AI had a soul. Many people and sources close to Blake believe there is more to this. Maybe Blake didn't reveal everything he experienced, especially after his impressive revelation didn't earn him a commendation or a raise. Instead, Blake was later placed on paid administrative leave by Google before being fired. Not only is this revelation shocking, but it also begs more critical questions, like what could Google be hiding? Should we start preparing for an AI-driven apocalypse, or is AI not yet on its way to taking over the world? But after hours of extensive research, it became clear this is just a tiny part of a more significant problem. You see, human connections are at the heart of human intelligence, and they transcend anything a robot can feel. As such, we must consider its implications on labor, employment, education, and every part of our lives. Think about it. What is the point of ordering an Uber when we can call a self-driving car? Or what's the point of sending human soldiers to fight wars when you can make faster and more durable soldiers will most likely get the job done more efficiently? And as such, what will become of those working in service industries whose roles could be taken over by AI and robots? Proponents say AI will undoubtedly make our lives easier, but at what cost? Imagine getting to work one morning and having your boss invite you into his office. During your chat, you begin to read his tone and body language, and that's when you realize this isn't just any meeting, but your last day. And as the penny drops, he gives you a dismissal letter and compensation to get you by before you find a new job. Then, on your way out, you see the new employee replacing you being carried into the office, and it's not a person, but a machine. After losing your job, you apply for other jobs without success. No one wants to hire you because machines can now do your work faster and cheaper. You see, the advancement of AI will surely make life easier. Still, it also brings up another effect on humanity, the inevitable future rise in unemployment, since only low and high-skilled jobs are less susceptible to automation. That's because AI can take over much of the world's blue-collar or white-collar jobs, and why not? Why would a capitalist economy require humans when AI robotics makes them easily disposable? As we have learned, computers can outperform humans in many complex tasks. This is why governments and international concerns look to cut costs and increase profits using AI. It's efficient and it doesn't need sick leave or paid vacation. And it's obvious, compared to robots, humans are highly limited. When this happens, our schools, restaurants, police and military, construction sites, banks, factories, and so on will be slowly filled with machines doing all the work. This is where our story takes a drastic turn, because AI robots would make good villains by enslaving us, trying to control our population, or taking over the government. One of the leading innovators in artificial intelligence, Tesla CEO Elon Musk, backed up the point in 2017. He warned of an apocalypse, asserting that artificial intelligence poses an existential threat to human civilization. He went on to say AI is the scariest problem we face. AI is a fundamental existential risk for human civilization, and I don't think people fully appreciate that. I keep sounding the alarm bell. Musk also suggests the development of artificial intelligence be regulated because he fears AI will outpace our ability to manage it safely, making it far more dangerous than nuclear weapons. It's like giving Ultron in the Marvel movie power while fully aware it has a mind of its own. And by the way, ethics for AI is still a developing field, and with such advanced technology, it won't be long before it has the possibility to deceive us or even plot rebellion. That being said, there is no denying its benefits, but the potential downsides point to an apocalypse for humanity. With the vast amounts of data at its disposal, there could come a time when AI would outwit and manipulate human opposition or even incite wars. We're talking about artificial intelligence, which has its own moral and philosophical values, and whose perception of human complexity or indiscretions leaves no room for grey areas, either black or white. It resembles human intelligence, but lacks emotions and connections. While the goal of creating AI is undoubtedly to help humans, the possibility of creating an unfriendly AI exists, even if many claim the possibility is remote. And regardless, the age of AI has already begun. We must fear the worst and the possible apocalypse, or we can get ahead of the situation and put regulatory bodies in place to empower the creation of a more beneficial and, dare we say, human artificial intelligence.